the 12 months of sessioning here at Reel in Cape Hatteras on the Outer Banks and what to expect when you get here. 25 years at Reel in 2025. I'm Trip Forman. We're here with Matt Nuzzo. Matt, welcome.
What's up?
And we want to talk with you about the 12 months of sessioning here at Reel in Cape Hatteras on the Outer Banks and what to expect when you get here. As an overall kind of arching sessional statement, we are in the water 12 months a year. From the wind sports perspective, we've always seen that we're in the water at least 20 days a month.
Yep, there's 20 days of 15 miles an hour or more every month, year round.
12 months a year.
That's a minimum 20, so a lot are 25 plus.
Exactly. And also, since those stats have been brought in, we're also seeing huge development in like the foiling gear to put yourself out on the water even more days than that.
Yeah.
From a ocean perspective or from a surf sports perspective, we're in the water 12 months a year as well. Obviously in the winter months, you're wearing more rubber. There's 4 months a year here where you're wearing no rubber, where you're just in board shorts. So let's do a quick dive month through month of what to expect and what to bring when you're coming here at Reel.
January, February, bring your 5 mil, bring your boots and gloves. It's way warmer than up north. I used to live in Rhode Island before moving down here, and I'd tromp through snow and ice, and you don't need to do that here. So it's definitely warmer than up north, but bring all your cold weather gear. But there's tons of wind and waves in January and February.
Exactly.
How about March?
March is a transitional month, right? So you're getting a little bit of the leftover winter. You're getting some like lion's share of winter, so you're gonna get some big storms.
Yep.
But you're still gonna be in that cold weather gear. So it's still gonna be 5 mil. You could be into a 4 mil. You could be showing some naked hands, maybe even if you get lucky, naked feet.
Yeah.
Getting out of the boots and gloves. But bring the cold weather gear and get ready for some woolly conditions because we got a lot of wind in March and we can have some big waves in March as well. April.
So April is definitely where you get a lot of the fronts coming across. So the fronts bringing in a lot of warm southwest wind. That southwest wind is warm and hot. It warms up the Pamlico Sound. The Pamlico Sound warm is the last 3 days average air temperature. So that temperature is changing really quickly. Also with that south breeze, you're getting a lot of ocean warm water. Water temp in the ocean just changed 10 degrees in a day this week because we had a lot of southwest winds. So great waves, still having those fronts, which are having kind of a weekly wave event, and then having pretty solid wind conditions on both sides of it. And then you're also going to get plenty of northeast wind for oceanside downwinders and things like that.
May, while we see predominantly southwest winds in April, what I've seen is a lot of actually return to north in May.
Yeah.
And so you'll get like southwest in April, and then it'll actually start switching back northeast in May. You still got to bring some of your colder weather gear or cooler weather gear. Like make sure you're still bringing your full suits because early on in May, like you could still need a full suit.
Yep.
Plenty of breeze, plenty of good surf, especially the front like 3/4 of May. You're still like in a really good situation for getting really good waves. June.
Yeah. Thinking about May too. You could be in trunks or you could be in a 4-3.
Exactly.
June, trunks, maybe wetsuit top. It's hot. The cool thing about being out here is that your water and air temp is kind of low, high 70s, low 80s, and that's really super nice. Ocean might want a wetsuit top. Waves are getting smaller, getting more of that Bermuda high setup where it's giving us like really consistent southwest wind here and getting into that kind of smaller summer waves where the water gets super clear and you got great longboard waves, great foiling waves. Every once in a while you get a good chest high or better surf day in June, but kind of a variety of wind sports and smaller wave surfing and foiling.
July.
Yeah.
Celebrating our independence by sessioning. July 4th weekend always has epic sessions.
It does.
I've been here since 1991. There hasn't been one July 4th weekend where I haven't had an epic session.
That's great.
In some sport. It's absolutely amazing. It always provides. By July, you are in your board shorts. You're just using Lycra, whether you're on Pamlico Sound or the ocean. July, the kids are off from school, so it is an epic time to take a family vacation.
Right.
If you're watching this from somewhere else, all you think Cape Hatteras is barreling waves and Brett Barley getting pitted. But July, your entire family is in the ocean, in their trunks, taking off on beautiful, like waist-high longboard waves, like
Yeah.
and blue water with porpoises jumping out of the wave and everything. It's absolutely gorgeous. From a wind sports perspective, July is one of our most consistent months of the year. There's a myth that like the spring and the fall are the windiest, and they might be the windiest with regards to peak wind speeds, but our summer months are often more consistent with more days on the water. And a lot of times July has knocked it out with like 30 or 31 days of time on the water wind sporting.
Then you got August. August, you're getting really similar warm conditions, and you're going to have a variety of wind conditions. Not going to have always southwest, because we start to get those frontal or storm systems offshore. They'll start to bring in some of that northeast. So sometimes the humidity will drop, and you kind of get a little more comfortable in those from those hot August days. And you're going to have a variety of wind sports plus surfing. You might get those storm swells that start to get back to that Brett Barley barrel days, and then a variety of those kind of great, amazing days as the storms are offshore, to, you know, tiny baby waves that are great for families and great for the whole thing. Again, everyone's on summer vacation, so we get a lot of families coming here vacationing in August time, enjoying all the conditions we have available.
I'm lucking out. I get September.
Yeah,
my favorite
September
month of the
sessions.
year. John Bilderback, a good friend of ours, like you know, would actually come here to the Outer Banks from Hawaii for 3 months every September, and still often does.
3 weeks. 3 weeks.
3 weeks. Sorry, 3 weeks. Just because of the atmospheric conditions and these crazy clouds and the weather, like perfect temperatures. Like we've got wind, we've got waves. We're still in board shorts. Hurricane swells, like where the storms are safely far out in the ocean, and you get these long period, really like gorgeous waves, and also a great month to be on the water, whether you're winging or kiteboarding. One more thing to add about September: if you're into kite surfing, September is our best month for good waves crossed over with good wind. So if you want to ride some really good waves on your kite surf equipment, September is the time to come.
Right. And so then here we go in October. In October, we've got back to that frontal condition, getting to more of a winter setup. Still quite warm. A lot of times in October, I mean, I'll be in a shorty, maybe going into a 3-2, anywhere from trunks to a 3-2 in October. So still really super nice and warm. Getting a variety of southwest and northeast winds, the kind of two predominant wind directions. And then same thing with the swell. You're having those, you know, great kind of frontal storm swells that you're popping up to some smaller days for the foilers and for the, you know, for the longboarder small wave tribe out there.
November, Thanksgiving at the end of the month, still nice and mild at the beginning of the month. We've always seen like the first 10 days or so of November still being fairly mild. Again, like plenty of active wind systems and fronts that are going to be bringing us breeze for the wind sports. Some great surfing in November as well. Nice, powerful, like north swells, a lot of times coming in, stuff coming in off the Atlantic. November, you're going to start out in a 3-2, and you're going to finish most times with like all your suit, whether it be a 4-3 hooded or a 5-3 hooded. So you really got to be looking at what you're coming into and looking at the weather as far as what to bring. December. Worst part about December? Not a lot of daylight. So that's the most depressing part of this about December, is you got to hit those sessions midday while it's happening. But again, you're going to be moving more into that winter suit, that 4-3 to 5 mil, you know, boots, going to gloves. Just want to have all the rubber you have anywhere. I've been anywhere from a shorty to a 5 mil, most times in a 4-3 with a hood, something like that for most sessions in December. Really don't get into the colder stuff until January, February in this part of the world. Questions about the weather? Questions about what to bring? If you're staying with us at Waterman's Retreat, or if you're in lessons or camps, you can always give us a call at the shop, 252-987-6000, or look us up online at realwatersports.com. But even better yet, pay us a visit. You're going to have a guaranteed good time. Thanks for tuning in.